Welcome back, Truth Seeker. If you missed my radio show last night, Gematria Effect on Truth Frequency Radio every Wednesday night, talked a bit about the NFL's September 23rd games this year. September 23rd is the day leaving 99 days left in the year. This is the 99th season of the NFL. The first Sunday games are played on 9/9, September 9th. Also, it was last year, September 23rd, which fell on a Saturday last year, where Donald Trump took on the NFL over the protest of the national anthem and the flag. And after that news story, I was able to successfully predict an Eagles versus Patriots Super Bowl. That's because September 23rd is written 23/9 in the majority of the world, like 239, which is the 52nd prime number. It was the season of Super Bowl 52, hosted in Minnesota, where in Gematria, Minnesota equals 52. But more importantly, the flag was sewn in Philadelphia at 239 Arch Street, like 23/9, September 23rd. I was also able to successfully predict that if the Eagles were to win, it would be Zach Ertz to score the winning touchdown, which he did. And I made that prediction because he wore the number 86. The Super Bowl was 86 days after his birthday. As I stated before the game, by the Eagles beating the Patriots, they would become 8-6 against them all time. And the national anthem was adopted 86 years before last NFL season. So anyway, last year had everything to do with the flag. So does this year. The NFL's made that the big issue in the offseason. What are they going to do about these players protesting the flag? They've instated a new rule. They've revoked it. Teams are instating rules. They're revoking them. Understand, all of this stuff is theater, and it's programming as well. So, knowing that the theme is similar this year, September 23rd is another date to look at once again, especially in light of the fact that it's the day leaving 99 days left in the year in the 99th NFL season. And I've already put out a couple videos why we might very well see a Patriots versus Redskins Super Bowl. And the Redskins seem like a long shot, but there's some special things happening around that team. And consider they play in Washington, D.C., where Donald Trump resides, who is a big part of this narrative of, Trump versus the NFL players and protests. And let's also not forget that Alex Smith was sent from the Chiefs to the Redskins last year just before Super Bowl 52, which doesn't normally happen. So, speaking of Alex Smith and the Redskins, I wanted to look and see if anything jumped out of the scheduling of the September 23rd games. And I hope this is big enough for you to see. But something that jumps out right away is the Chiefs and 49ers play each other. Alex Smith was drafted number 1 overall, later sent to the Chiefs, kind of like Joe Montana, drafted by the Niners, sent to the Chiefs later in his career. The other thing that stands out in light of Alex Smith is the Redskins, who Alex Smith now plays for, are facing the Packers. And you might recall in 2005, Alex Smith was the number 1 overall pick, drafted ahead of Aaron Rodgers. And the reason for that draft pick, according to what was said, is because Mike McCarthy was the offensive coordinator at the 49ers at the time, and he wanted Smith over Rodgers. He saw Smith as the more athletic, more versatile, more dangerous player. And then lo and behold, Mike McCarthy becomes the head coach of the Packers the next year and has Aaron Rodgers ever after. And realize, all of this stuff is scripted theater. Coaches don't determine what players end up on their teams. The coaches, the players, they're the pieces on the chessboard. This league is run by the owners and the people behind them. All of sports is scripted. It's theater. These coaches have no influence on the games. These players have no influence on the games. It's all a script. It's why the Patriots come into this season with 523 career wins, the 99th prime, and why, in the language of Gematria, Patriot equals 99. It's why Tom Brady's stats are what they are right now. He has 223 career wins and 65 career losses. And his last game was against Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. In Gematria, Philadelphia sums to 223 and 65, just like Brady's record after losing to Philadelphia. You know, the Eagles won with 41 points last year. Super Bowl equals 41. 41's the 13th prime number. A rematch of Eagles and Patriots after 13 years earlier. Like the 13 stripes on the flag. Like the nation that began with 13 colonies. And when you write out 13, it sums to 99. Here we are in the 99th NFL season. When you write out the United States of America, it sums to 99. Again, the nation that began with 13 colonies, the flag with 13 stripes. Another thing that sums to 99 is Redskins. And keep in mind, this is Alex Smith's 13th season upcoming as an active player. He was drafted in 2005 into the NFL. Alex was. Just like Alex Ovechkin was drafted into the NHL in 2005, we just saw the Washington Capitals win in the NHL. All of these riddles, they transcend all of sports. It's like how we saw the Nationals go 53 and 53 187 days before Super Bowl 53, where Washington, D.C. has Gematria of 187. So, again, just to review, and just so you can see this, September 23rd leaves 99 days left in the year. There's an obvious riddle in the scheduling that seems to point directly at Alex Smith. His two former teams play each other, and he faces Aaron Rodgers, two men who've been paired together for their entire NFL careers because they were the top two QBs taken in that draft. And just one more time, just using the alphabetic order, Redskins 99, 13 99. So something else that was pointed out on the radio show last night. Caller called in and said, did you know that Alex Smith's old college football team, Utah, they used to be called the Redskins. Until 1972, Utah was known as the Redskins. Now that's something I didn't know before last night. And you know what's interesting to consider? From 72 to 2019, when the Super Bowl will be 47 years. And we know that the first Super Bowl was in the 47th season of the NFL. That's because Freemasonry runs it, and their logo, the G with the compass is set at 47 degrees. It's a tribute to the 47th problem of Euclid about how to establish foundation. That's why the Super Bowl season, the 47th, the foundational season. Excuse me. 47 is also a huge number in D.C. D.C. equals 47, government 47, authority 47, president 47, White House 47, Republican 47, Democrat 47, the name Trump's 47. The headquarters for Freemasonry for North America is in Washington, D.C. Not coincidentally, George Washington, Scottish Rite Freemason. Also, consider that Urban Meyer was the coach of Alex Smith at Utah when he was drafted into the NFL. And as we know, Urban Meyer got shamed on August 1st this year, 8/1, having coached 81 games at Ohio State to date. And remember, also on that day, Obama endorsed 81 candidates. The Dow Jones fell 81 points. Remember, ritual equals 81. In Gematria in 2 of the 4 base ciphers, with the alphabetic order and with the reverse alphabetic order. Ritual. And what else can you think of with 81 in light of what we've been talking about with 99? What are the factors of 81? Is the square root of 81 9, which means 9 times 9 is 81? Again, college and pro scripted together, sports rituals on the field, off the field. I don't think this is any coincidence. Not at all. Urban Meyer's suspension and Alex Smith's upcoming season. And again, finding out that the team he played at used to be called the Redskins in college. You know, you can't make this stuff up. But what you can see is how it's all truly a script. Again, the Nationals blew out the Mets with 25 runs. You know, setting a record there. Mets hadn't had that many runs scored against them since forever. And they became 53 and 53 again exactly 187 days from the date of Super Bowl 53. And we were already talking about how a lot's lining up for the Redskins to appear there. You know, what are the odds? So, notice the Gematria. Washington, D.C., 187. George Washington, 187. Ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 187. That's what's etched on the Masonic headquarters in D.C. All a little bit too perfect, isn't it? And also what jumped out is the date of that game, 53 and 53. It was 41 days before the start of the, or I guess not technically the start, but the first Sunday of the 99th season on 9-9. That'll be the first Redskins game that day. 41 days, Super Bowl 41. Tom Brady's going to be 41 years old this year. Again, 41 the 13th prime. When you write out 13, it sums to 99, just like Redskins. And if you missed the other videos I've done on this potential Patriots-Redskins matchup, please check those out. A whole lot more lines up. We were talking about all that lined up before any of this stuff happened, before the Nationals evening their record at 53 and 53, before the Urban Meyer thing, before we knew that Alex Smith's old college team was the Redskins, before we realized what was going on with the September 23rd games. It's just the more we look, the more we see something's definitely going on here. So, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Until next time.